Good morning from day 3, technically 4. I'm just packed up, loaded up, ready to go. As you can see, this is where we camped last night. Nothing but a flat spot of leaves. Leave no trace, no matter where you go. So we're heading out, and we have our campground booked for tonight at Golden Cross. So that will be nice. We were very lucky to find this spot last night, and turned out to be really good. So very flat. Wasn't super quiet because the A26 is just across the field over there, but yeah, no, it's a good spot. Glad we stopped here. Probably a lot more protected than being up on the forest, and yeah, no condensation in the tent, which is always a good thing. I am just loving this morning. It's just one of those perfect mornings where it's not too hot, slight chill in the air, so we're not overheating. Beautiful golden hour with the sun, quiet path all to ourselves, and really nice paths. Good memories of a great night, even with the owl screeching overhead a couple of times. But yeah, just one of those mornings that you feel really good about the world, about life, and just about where you are at that exact moment. And I'm definitely feeling that right up until I squish through this stile with the pack on. So yeah, I'm just feeling really good this morning, really positive about being here and being on this trail. And I hope you guys are glad to be along with me. So I've been coming across several things like this. I'm not really sure what they are, but it's sort of random out in the woods. Very reminiscent of the pillboxes on the North Downs. That was the last line of defense should the Germans invade in World War II. So we just had another reroute of the Vanguard Way. It wasn't a bad one. This one was actually really well signposted. It's on the map, it's just the GPS file is inaccurate, so don't follow that where you see these signs for reroute. This particular one was because of a broken bridge, so no access there, but this one was actually fairly well signposted. We went through a field of cows, which basically ignored us because they were across the field, way too intent on eating, and followed a couple other trails, really pretty through there, and just met back up with the original route. So on our way south, we got the South Downs becoming visible in front of us, which is quite cool. So we still have, a good 30 miles or thereabouts to go until we hit New Haven. Today should be a moderately short day. I'm thinking about 14 miles because we were a little past Poundgate yesterday, and from Poundgate to Golden Cross, I believe it's 15 miles. So we should be good, and the campsite is almost right off the trail. We may be in the south of England, but man, there's something about some of these pastures that I've been walking through on this trail that feels so reminiscent of some of the high mountain meadows in Wyoming. I don't know if it's because of the kind of grass, which we see a lot of in, you know, open pastures, open meadows in the wilderness, or just because it's hilly or what, but it's just feels a little bit like home. So we're just coming into Pound Green, different from Poundgate where we stopped last night at the Crowing Gate. It doesn't look like much of a village, very small. Just crossing over the A272, so dodging traffic again. Looks quite busy, even for generally quiet days. So we can do this quickly. Not great visibility there, so just be careful if you're doing this to watch that blind corner to cross. That was very much a blink and you miss it sort of village. I guess it's something you'd almost call a hamlet. Although of course I didn't see the extent of it. So just through that gap of the trees you can actually see the South Downs right there. So where we were a little while back. Just doing a little bit of road walking out of Pound Green. There's a sign for Blackboys back there, but don't let that fool you, that's not the turn off. Follow the lane down, and then that way it's more cross country. You don't want to walk roads all the way into Blackboys, which is our next destination. But these roads are really quiet, so it's not bad at all. Just a little hard on the knees and feet after a while. Oh, this is going to be fun with a pack on. Let's see how we can do this. Alright, that wasn't quite as bad as I thought it was going to be. It was a little bit of a stat there. Almost got stuck. But yeah, they don't make a lot of these gates for people with packs, or even bigger people for that matter. There was one back there coming past that Holy Trinity Church that, you know, I barely fit through. Very tight squeeze, so I don't know how a bigger person could be expected to get through there, which is quite sad. We want to encourage people to get out and exercise and be healthy, and if we make it inaccessible for them, it makes it really difficult. So. It's quite confusing through this farm, so it's nice that they've put this up to make it really obvious. So. We are going that way. Just come through this gate and we're touching on the Wealdway again. We touched on that briefly in Ashdown Forest, and they run together occasionally. So we're going to follow it. We're going down this way. So we haven't walked but maybe a couple of hundred yards, and we're already separating from the Wealdway. It is said that the two share, you know, a very friendly rivalry, because they follow almost the parallel paths, touching several times after Ashdown Forest. But they both go from a section of London, and they all both go to the south coast. This is the Vanguard Way going from East Croydon to Newhaven, the Wealdway going from Gravesend to Eastbourne, I believe. So definitely a friendly rivalry going along there, but they cover a lot of the same ground. Randomly walking through an allotment here. Just walking on the main road through Blackboys, quite busy. Had to dodge a fire truck running blue lights. No sirens, I didn't see him until he was right on us, which could have been bad, but at least still remember the three things from when I was about 4, you know, the stop, look, listen, stop, look both ways, look left, look right, look left again. So, safely crossed the road this time. So we just stopped back here at Blackboys Inn. They actually had an outside water tap, so I didn't have to wait for them to open. Had to come through this right here, which was interesting. Kind of had to do the limbo, except in reverse a little bit. And we're now in Kiln Wood right here, which is part of the Woodland Trust. We got 7.9 miles to Golden Cross. The campsite's just a little bit on the other side of that. So sounds about like 8 miles for the rest of the day, and it's not even 11 o'clock yet. So yeah, we should be able to take our time and probably have a quiet, relaxed afternoon, which would be nice. Well, that was kind of a bust. You walk in there, it says Kiln Wood, you think you're walking this beautiful open meadow, and up to whatever the other wood was, and so I had to fight with 2 styles that basically are impossible to get through with a pack on. And I could have just walked down the road, which wouldn't have been ideal, but probably a little easier than trying to negotiate those styles or gaps in the fence with a massive pack. So it's a shame we got this taste of something really pretty and didn't get to go through it, which is a shame. At least I got to see it. There might be some possible camp spots there if you want to risk being that close to a pub. Oh, he just had to take a break, but this guy wanted to say hi. He looks quite contentedly happy in there. Oh, I think he agrees. Oh, yes? You agree? Happy, happy pig right there. And here, next to the pigs, we have some very pretty goats who are less interested in being curious. So we're walking through this crop field that looks like beans or peas or something. Everything is brown. It looks like it's all been burnt, and I'm pretty sure that's not the case, but I'm not quite sure I understand this particular crop. So I'm inherently interested in if somebody can tell me what this is and why it looks like it does. I've been really running the gamut of emotions and feelings today. I've been really struggling with some leg pain. Had some ongoing foot pain as well. I don't think it's not plantar fasciitis, it's something else on the side of my foot that I've been struggling with, and carrying extra weight for the dogs has definitely not helped, but yeah, it's just been a lot of ups and downs, physically as well as mentally, but it's really, yeah, I was feeling really good this morning, just feeling so positive in such a good place, and now I'm just sort of really struggling with where I'm at and what I'm doing, how I'm feeling, just pushing through the pain a little bit. It's frustrating because I just want to love being out here, but when I feel like this, it's sort of like you get frustrated with not fully embracing it. I'm still enjoying it, don't get me wrong. It's just one of those things that are just, it's not as good as it was 3 hours ago, as it were. I think I've struggled a lot with the lack of waymarking on this trail. I've made so many wrong turns, just looking for the little VGW signs and they're not there, or you know, you expect to see them and so you don't see it on the next public footpath, but that's the one you want to take. So that kind of thing just really makes me so frustrated and just takes away a lot from the enjoyment of the trail for me. I've only ever had one other trail that was quite this badly marked, and it was a Centennial Trail in South Dakota. So hopefully, you know, it's been waymarked and great in some places, and it's just been terrible in others. So I'm not even sure if I'm on the right path now. So I'm going to check the map, and hopefully we're on the right track. So something I'm quite surprised about, and again another slightly irritating thing, is there is more road working on this section between Ashdown Forest and Golden Cross than there was even coming out of London. Yeah, we had to go through the suburbs, and we had to you know, deal with a few high rises and the busyness of East Croydon, but man, it dumped us out into a park almost immediately, and then into some forest right after that. And I've done more road walking in this section than I have done in the entire rest of the trail. So, and it is hard on the legs. Oh, we are finally off the road. I have no idea how good I am feeling about that. What are you doing, Kai? What? I can't get you on camera like that. Can I? See? Nope. Oh, is that what you want? What? Hi. What are you doing? So we've just come up to this sign that says the Mohair Centre. Mohair Centre actually breeds their own mohair goats, which is quite cool. And from my understanding, you can actually buy a goat here. Not sure how many people actually would do that, whether that's actually a good idea. We're actually going that way. I'm trying to take the wrong road here. We're actually going to go by the Mohair Centre, so hopefully we get to see some of their goats. Ah, here they are. Look, just two pretty mohair goats that are quite curious about us. Not too keen on the dogs. that was fun. Those guys were really cute. They weren't super friendly, but yeah, they were still really, really curious, so that was kind of cool. And we got a sheep field to go through, unless it's goats, who knows. So we made it, got here about 3:30, got the tent up. It was just starting to sprinkle as we came in, and I'm watching a pretty big rainstorm come in, so I think we're gonna duck inside the tent. Unfortunately, we're just gonna have to wait to go get a couple of beers and enjoy those later. Duck inside the tent for now and just let that pass before we kind of go explore. But yeah, we've guys basically got this whole place to ourselves. Not bad for a Sunday, and I'm sure it's probably a little bit busy on a Saturday night, but it's nice, good flat pitch, we're out of the wind. I don't mind having a little bit of a breeze, but obviously don't want to be completely blown away. So yeah, we're just gonna duck in the tent, rain's coming, and we'll get some dinner going here in a couple hours. And yeah, one more day of this trail, which has been interesting to say the least. I've really enjoyed parts of it, and I've really not enjoyed other parts. I don't know if you can hear that. DCF is really loud, so I'm sure you can. Yeah, we were here just in time. Like, I think I threw everything in the tent. Went to get water, went to go to the bathroom. Just taking my shoes off. Or start sprinkling rain, and now it's just hissing it down. So I don't think our timing could have been any better. I was watching this come in, so I think we did really, really well. So just sitting here writing my blog, enjoying the sound of the rain. Great sound as long as you're not out in it, as long as you're dry and not wet, and we'll figure out what we're going to do for the rest of the afternoon. So welcome to the interior of my tent.